Rashad, do you think this gives the Patriots an out to get rid of Tom Brady?
To answer the question directly, I'm not sure if it gives an out because they don't need an out. They're coming up to a contract, so they can just continue to allow him to walk away without needing an out. And then most of the time in the NFL, is you can attest to it, they're never evaluating you for reasons why they want to keep you. They're always constantly evaluating you for reasons why we can let you walk. And with that, I don't think Brady is a guy that you can just let walk, nor do I think they want to allow him to walk. It just comes down to a finance thing. Is he going to be able to get the money that he wants that's applicable to who he wants to play for? So for Brady to leave, though, I think it's kind of tough. I think it's kind of tough because everybody talk about his sustainability. And I don't think it's fair when a guy that's won as many Super Bowls as he's won. I think the fair question is Belichick sustainable without him? Belichick has never won a Super Bowl as a head coach without him. And Brady knows how to stay healthy. He wouldn't be able to build this brand, TB12, if he wasn't being able to stay sustainable. And I looked at a stat that's kind of cool. It's interesting. Quarterbacks that's thrown the football under 2.5 seconds in their career. They just took a statistics of all the completions. Brady has a completion of 80%. The next quarterback, Phillip Rivers, plays 17 going into 18 years. He has 74. And the third, with a drop-off of the number, is Peyton Manning at 68%. So he knows how to take care of himself because he gets the ball out, he doesn't get hit, he can get down. So sustainability is something you could throw out the window. He's a clutch player. He's obviously the GOAT. He's always going to be arguably the best quarterback.
He's not the GOAT. Joe Montana's the GOAT.
Man, it's an argument. It's going to always be a fair argument.
It is.
Always a fair argument.
Joe Montana, 4-0, 11 touchdowns, no picks, 3 MVPs, and 2 of the Super Bowls, he had to throw touchdowns and not wait for Adam Vinatieri to run out. That's all I'm saying.
He's come back clutch, though. When you look at Brady, what he was able to do.
Brady's been very lucky throughout his career. just the facts.
As a fan of the game, though, that's why I want to see him have a division with the Patriots, to go somewhere else, and let's see between Belichick and Brady, which one was the biggest piece to the puzzle.
I think it's too late for that. But I'll let you go, Rob, since I know you don't feel the same way.
No, when it comes to other teams, like looking at Tom Brady, you know what you're getting. It's like when Peyton Manning, his last 2 years, he went to Denver and they won a Super Bowl, even though he was the Tin Man in the Super Bowl and had 90 yards and couldn't move around. You know what I mean? And just didn't. He was carried along by the defense. If I'm the Chargers, I would be willing to take a chance on Tom Brady for 2 years. I think it makes sense. They have some good receivers. They have a running game. They have a decent defense. And they need to sell tickets. They would be selling Tom Brady jerseys and all that.
But
and I'm
what
not
are
looking
the
for that.
Patriots doing if they don't bring back Brady? What's your plan B?
My point is with the Patriots and Tom Brady is that I don't think they want Tom Brady back. If they wanted Tom Brady back, they would have worked this out. I'm serious. I do not believe it. Why is Tom Brady making all these moves, packing up the family and moving to Connecticut, and his trainer selling his house, and Tom Brady, everybody, all the stories that come out, Tom Brady was disrespected all these years. He never got paid as a star quarterback. He wants money now. He was given a hometown discount for decades. Now at 43, he wants them to ante up. So all of the things to me line up. If Robert Kraft and Tom Brady have a father-son relationship or whatever, we can hash this out. Whatever it takes, Tom, let's just make this done. Tom doesn't have to go around and send out cryptic messages on social media. Oh, people think that's him walking out of Gillette Stadium. What is Tom Brady going to do? This is all we're talking about. If this was about Tom Brady finish his career there and they're just saying, we're going with you for the next couple of years. He said he wanted to play to 45. What they do? They gave him a bogus contract with the last 2 years with no value to it, right? They could have easily signed him to a 3-year deal, even at 43 years old, 44, whatever it is, to say, you've done all this for us the last 20 years. You took less money. You won 6 Super Bowls. We don't want you to wear any other uniform, and we're just going to pay you at the end. And I keep bringing it up. You guys always poo-poo it. That's what the Bulls did to Michael Jordan. They paid him later on in his career big money because he didn't make the money he was
Completely
supposed to
different
make.
situation.
No, it ain't.
Yeah, it is.
You can
It is.
reward
And
Tom Brady if you want to.
Completely different
You
dynamics,
can.
Rob. This is not in no way an out for the New England Patriots. And the reason why it's not an out, because they know everything that you said with his ability to get rid of the ball, his ability
Did you
to
watch him last
his
year?
work ethic. They know him inside and out. They know what makes him tick. They know the most important thing to Tom Brady is what? Winning. Which is why they've stayed together, which is why Jimmy Garoppolo was gone because of Kraft, the ownership, because he knew how important Tom Brady was to that organization to continue winning. He didn't want to experiment like a lot of teams would have done with a younger guy. And I get it. You want them to move on so you can see him with the Chargers. I don't mind that. But the biggest concern for me is, when you look at the New England Patriots, if you let Tom Brady walk, what are you doing at quarterback now? What are you saying to the rest of your guys? Like, okay, we know the direction that we're headed. We know what we want to implement. Are we going to go get Marcus Mariota, who hasn't proven anything? Are we going to go get a Ryan Tannehill or a Teddy Bridgewater?
You said Bill Belichick's the greatest coach? Is that what you said?
He is.
All right, so then you give Bill Belichick another guy and see if Bill Belichick can develop this guy and win without Tom Brady. It's right there. You have the coach to do it.
Rob Parker, it doesn't matter who he goes and gets. If the personnel stays the same around him, the same result is going to yield you. So if you can't win with Tom Brady with this personnel or the lack thereof, then you're not going to insert a Marcus Mariota.
You think Bill Belichick believes he can't win without Tom Brady?
I don't believe that.
Okay.
I don't believe that. But they have to get better personnel with whatever decision that they decide to make.
They'll make some other decisions. He's 43. They were the worst 8-0 team I ever saw in the NFL.
Stop that,
All
Bob.
he ever did was put up numbers. He put up numbers against also-rans and bad teams that were filled in the NFL. They weren't a good team. I picked that they weren't even going to make it out of the first round.
Let me ask
I knew
Rashad
it.
about.
Congratulations.
They keep talking about the money, Rashad. He's never been the highest-paid quarterback in the league. Maybe Tom Brady was taking less so they could, build around him.
Yeah.
That's why
maybe
he did
Tom
it.
Brady takes less
players.
again. So maybe it's not about money. Do you think it's money or winning or respect? We've seen some respect.
Yeah, I think the word respect comes into play. Everybody knows Brady is taking less for the team. He's done a lot for their team and organization, and so it's time to ante up. And for him never to be, how you going to arguably have the best quarterback to play the game and he's never been the highest paid and he's played for this long? At some point, you would think he would have been the highest. So for him, he's being selfless. And this is a stage at the age of 42 where I personally believe there's been some conversations that the media will never know because Brady knows how to handle himself behind the scenes where there's been shots at each other. And I think he's at the point where, listen, I'm going to play everybody's cards. The Patriots have to convince him to stay.
Yeah, because this team wasn't very good last year, right?
Yeah, I mean, they lost Gronk, right? They didn't have Gronk. The offense, they lost Gronk. They didn't have Josh Gordon out there like they expected. AB went through his situation. Edelman had, I think, the most drop balls by a starting receiver. And so when you add up all of that, what else do you want Brady to do?
That right there, what you just said, they have to convince him in ways of not only monetarily, but with how you're constructing this roster and the personnel. Because everything that Brady has provided them in the past, he can't provide all of those things. He's not going to be the quarterback that elevates everyone around him any longer. And you can't ask him to do that at 43 years of age when the season starts. And so if you're not going to ask him to do that, there's only one other option. You got to get better quality individuals and talent around him that will support what you already know and believe he can provide you.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.